Hi everyone. So today we are traveling to a fort called Sudhagarh. It is located about 140 kilometers from Pune, and right now I'm traveling through the beautiful Tamini Ghat, which is at the moment it is very foggy over here and it is drizzling, and it is a beautiful day out here today. Uh, I started from Pune at 6:15 in the morning, and it is already 8:05. And I think I'll take about an hour and a half more to reach Sudhagarh. And I hope you enjoy this trip with me. Basically, we are now approaching Sudhagarh, and what you see where we are traveling through is the small village located right at the foothills of Sudhagarh. We are expected to park our car in the school, which is a very small building, school in this village, and then we are expected to trek up our way on the fort. So we have arrived to the base of Sudhagarh, basically what can be called as a parking, just outside the school, a small school over here, and we'll have to walk our way up here. So, but basically we'll have to first go and find out what is the way up or where is the way up. So we are here at the parking, and we'll start walking from here. And here is a grand welcome, an over-friendly doggo. But he's been trained well to behave on camera because he's not jumping on me like he was as I started the camera. So what we are seeing up there, I think that is where the fort is. But it is very foggy up there. In fact, I think it's big clouds up there, and that is why it's really difficult to say from here whether that is exactly where we are trying to reach or we have to walk up further. So let's see. So it is about 10:30 in the morning, and I started climbing at 9:45 or 9:50. And you saw the initial patch was pretty nice, but now it is the forest is getting dense. Obviously, it is getting steeper to climb up, and I don't think many people are visiting here these days. Obviously, maybe because we are still in the middle of a pandemic, because of which the trail does not really has a grip form, and it is very difficult to walk as the trail is really slippery. And here is a view as we are somewhere close and guessing to the mid, and I haven't faded the background sound because I want you to listen to the chirping of the birds. It's beautiful and serene. So I have arrived to a place where there is a fabricated staircase which has been put up, and because the boulder here is very steep, and if somebody really wants to climb this boulder, they would require ropes. So I think just to make it easy for regular travelers or regular trekkers, they have put a fabricated staircase here. So I'm just climbing up to see what we have up here. Okay. Wow. Whoa. And I'm expected to climb up from here. Wow. So I really want to tell you that this patch that I did, what I showed you, a boulder and a few feet, is a really difficult patch, and I managed to climb up. And I'm actually a little worried, how am I going to climb down? Because if you see right now on the camera also, at the edge you see it is pretty much straight down. So yeah, so basically I don't know how I'm going to climb down, and I wish I had an action camera so that I could capture while I was coming up, or I could capture while I was going down, but I'm not going to risk doing that when I'm getting down either. But yeah, I want you to know that it is a difficult patch, not really to climb up. It is comparatively easy. I'm not saying it's easy. I don't know how I'm going to go the down way, but anyway, let's worry about that when we are coming back. For now, let's look ahead of us. And we are approaching at the final stage, I think, because I can see the fourth structure here right in front of me, and let us see what we have at this left. Oh my god, it is a really steep staircase and seems a difficult one to climb. So finally climbed those stairs, and we are on the top. So this is basically where the fort structurally, I think, it begins. I also had a small structure down there which I did not cover, but this tells me that this can take me to one of the structures called Chilkhati Buruj. So I don't think too many people are coming here these days. Of course, we're still in the middle of the COVID situation, but I don't see a trail either. The trail is, I mean, there's vegetation which has grown on the trail. So we will walk a little bit over here. We'll see what we can figure out. I don't know how further can I go without knowing the trail or without being familiar to this area. But yes, I see a flagpole over there, so that is pretty much the summiting point, I think, for this trek. Though I've still not been able to figure out the way to go there.
So I have actually risked coming down. This is where I was, from where I showed you the flagpole, which is right behind this tree. And I have walked in here. And I'm really not sure because you see, I have to get down somewhere here and then walk there. But there's a really big valley down here of which I cannot see the bottom. All I can hear is water guzzling. I don't know if you can hear it on the camera. And that tree really looks scary, which is hanging into the valley. I don't want to be hanging out there. So I'm not gonna probably go any further down, and I'm gonna turn back from here, and we're gonna spend some time up there, and then we are going to start trekking downhill, which is also, I think, going to be quite a challenging task. We have started our way down, and with the day rising up, you can see even the weather getting a bit cleared up. So let's walk down. So here we are. The reason I'm shooting this place is because if you remember this this spot, this is where we have to do a steep climb down, and let's see. I'm going to attempt that now, and I hope to give you an update from a few meters down now. So I'm halfway through this difficult patch that I told you, and it is, if you see those orange bars over there, that is the railing, that's a staircase, temporary, or I don't know, a fabricated staircase which is built. And this is the part that I'm talking of. You see there is hardly any grip here, and it's really flat and wet, and there's moss at certain places, so it's really slippery. So the distance is really less, but I'm standing and looking at it, and I hope in the next few minutes I am talking to you again from those orange bars where the staircase starts. Let's see. Oh, and we did it. You see the moss, and it is all wet, and there is hardly any grip on this boulder, on this rock. And I have been a little skeptical today because I don't know why. My shoes are not at their best today somehow, and I will, of course, once I go down, I will get in touch with Decathlon, because this is not a good sign, and I'm glad I wore them today, and I'll wear them for a few more treks now, because I also plan to do a winter trek in the Himalayas this year, and with shoes which do not have, or I don't know, they're supposed to have a really good grip, and they've never been so bad, and they're not so old, or I mean they're not old at all. So they should have given me a better grip, but unfortunately on this trek it has not given me a better grip, because of which I actually slipped a couple of times, and though it was a controlled fall, like usually one would volunteer to fall, into a control fall to avoid something major happening. But then that should not happen with these shoes, and I'm not very sure why it has happened this time. This is the first time I'm experiencing this. But anyway, long story short, I managed this really difficult path, and when I was climbing up, I was thinking, how am I going to do? How am I going to do it? But I did it. Good. The walk from here is not so difficult, and I think we'll take another 20 or 30 minutes to reach down again to the place where we have parked our car, and we will not interact much down there with people because we're still in middle of a COVID situation. But we will drive out from there and then look for a suitable place to have a quick bite and travel back to Pune before it gets too late. So here it is, guys. We saw this in the morning, though there was a lot of fog up there. But that's Fort Sudhagad we trekked up to this morning. It was beautiful. The weather now is, of course, with the day going up, though there is no sunshine, bright sunshine as such, but with the day going up, it is becoming clearer. And I think the view from the top might now be even beautiful, as you'd be able to see the valley down and the forts, other forts and hills of the Sahyadri range around Fort Sudhagad. But our attraction for this trip majorly was to go up early in the morning and enjoy the bliss. Also, we chose a day which is not a weekend, so that it's not so crowded, so that we have some nice serenity up there. I also enjoyed a bit of yoga and a bit of Surya Namaskar. Alright, let's continue. The journey is still on, and I'll be with you till we reach Pune. Hi guys, so here we are back in the car, in the safety of our car, I must say. So we kept this, I just freshened up a bit in my car, and I really cherish this car. I have traveled so much, and this is, I literally use it like a room when I'm traveling. I've slept in it, I have freshened up in it, I have had moments in it, travel moments of course. So yeah, so I just did that, and since I was making this video, I thought I should talk a bit about my car. So I freshened up a bit, and now we're here back in the car. We'd kept this trek a really small one because this is the first time I took up a trip after the COVID-19 situation has hit. I was in Goa in the month of March and came back just before the lockdown, and post that we've not been traveling, and now we started traveling again. So just if you wish to come to Sudhagad, I want to tell you that you take the road to Pali from Tamini Ghat. Of course, you will use Google Maps, I'm sure, so I really don't want to give directions. Depends on where you're coming from. The thing that you need to remember is when you are really close to Sudhagad, you have to look for a village called Daryagaon, and then you have to park your vehicle at the school, Daryagaon school, which is basically a school run by Gram Panchayat, so it doesn't look like school. You have to really keep a watch on it. And then you have to park your car there, and the school has a small building, again opposite to the main building, and you have to take the small lane up there, and then you have to climb up to Sudhagad. Yeah, so that's one thing that you may want to remember. So stay with me. We're now going to travel back to Pune. Yeah, I also wanted to tell you that this place is really close to Pali. Pali is also a tourist destination. It is one of the. It has a Ganesha temple, and it is one of the 8 important Ganesha temples in Maharashtra, popularly known as Ashtavinayak. So Pali happens to be the 8th important Ganesha temple, famous for Ganesha in the form of Balaeshwar. So if you have the time when you come to Sudhagad, and if you wish to visit the temple, it's always a good idea. It's a beautiful temple. I've visited it a number of times. Today we are not visiting the temple because obviously I'm not very sure if it is open, and also I don't want to go too much into places where there might be too many people because of the COVID-19 situation here. Great. So uh, let's head back, and I hope our journey back is as beautiful as it was in the morning. And of course, you will see. We'll take a pit stop for lunch if we find a good place. Small children from the village saying goodbye. All right, and that's one quick, nice glimpse at Fort Sulagan. So, guys, this was our short trip to Sudhagar, and I really hope you enjoyed it. This is the first time I made a vlog, a travel vlog, as it is called, I think. Of course, I will keep traveling. I've been traveling and will keep traveling, and will try to make more vlogs if possible. I don't know if I'm good at it or bad at it, but I will try to make vlogs as and when I get time. I like making this one. So great. I hope you enjoyed, and keep traveling and be responsible when you travel. Ensure that you don't litter and you don't throw plastic when you're traveling, and be a responsible traveler and enjoy.